This is an historic year. Let it be one we look back on not only as a time of isolation and loss, but also as a year of caring, connection, and reimagining what is possible. To our Western New York community, we can't wait to share this season of studio and BABEL events with you from home. And to our wider community of readers and writers across the country and the world, we hope you'll join us for a glimpse of our great literary city. These months have been filled with finding new ways to uplift and inspire you. With Lit City Voices, a series of video poems featuring some of the best writers who call Buffalo home. With virtual writing workshops bringing writers of all ages together safely. With extended free programs for youth through the virtual Just Buffalo Writing Center. And sidewalk poems, leaving moments of poetic inspiration all across the city. And now, we're proud to bring you a season unlike any before. The format will be different, but as always, the authors we've chosen will stretch our minds and open our hearts as we reflect and connect with one another through the transformative power of literary art. The season kicks off with Just Buffalo's Studio Poetry Series, bringing you some of the most dynamic voices of our time with works focused on the body, health, and healing. On October 28th, Ilya Kaminsky will be reading from and discussing his book, Deaf Republic. This astonishing book wonders what happens when the citizens of a country no longer hear one another. Dawn Lundy Martin will join us to explore the Black body in all its complexities. Her book, Good Stock, Strange Blood, tackles intergenerational trauma and imagines an Afro future of both loss and abundance. Next, we'll feature Kazem Ali in conversation with Iranian-American poet Kaveh Akbar to consider what it means to have a voice in today's world. We'll close with Anne Boyer. Her book, The Undying, chronicles her treatment and recovery from breast cancer and earned the Pulitzer Prize in nonfiction. Each writer grapples with the body in different ways. All four will inspire you with their poems of survival. If ever we need words of healing, it is now. But we're not done yet. In the spring, 1 year after her scheduled appearance, our first ever virtual BABEL event will feature the brilliant Marilyn Robinson. This National Humanities Medal recipient will join us remotely to look back on her impressive career. From her Pulitzer Prize-winning novel Gilead to her newest book, Jack, her work contemplates questions about truth and faith. In a world that can often feel increasingly sped up, Robinson shows us how to slow down and look deep within ourselves. And finally, in April, we will welcome the author we've long wanted to bring to BABEL, Ta-Nehisi Coates. His best-selling books include The Beautiful Struggle, We Were 8 Years in Power, The Water Dancer, and the book we'll read together, Between the World and Me, which won the National Book Award in 2015. Toni Morrison described Between the World and Me not only as profound and revelatory, but as required reading. Throughout the spring, we will also continue the Civil Rights Project, bringing the community together for reading groups, film screenings, cultural events, and essential conversations about the long history and ongoing presence of racism and inequality. If there was any doubt that the Civil Rights Project is of urgent importance, recent months have propelled us to think even more seriously about how we must fight for freedom and equity for all. This year, we're welcoming the world to Buffalo. Invite your friends and family from across the country or another continent to join you virtually as you tune in together.